Welcome back. This week, I would like to start something new. First, I'm going to have us all introduce ourselves, as we have forgotten to do that thus far for all the wonderful people out there watching. I am Benjamin Allgood, our wonderful dungeon master. I just want everyone else to kind of go around, starting with Heryn. Just kind of introduce yourself, say your character and class and level. And then I also am going to ask a role-playing warm-up question for everyone. Kind of get you into the mindset of your characters and trying to kind of make you think about a little bit more niche things about them. So, if your characters were sitting by a campfire tonight and not in this city of Drakkenheim, what is one story from their childhood, whether it's sad, fun, a life lesson? What's one story from their childhood that your character would be sharing with the rest of the party this evening? So we're going to go ahead and start with Heryn.
Yes. Well, the name's Heryn. I am a human monk of class, if you were to classify me as one. I have grown to a new level recently. One may even call that a second level. In that growth, I've found more of myself, and I think you find more of yourself the more you spend time with others. There's been so much time that I've spent alone. I haven't told many people this, and I usually keep the story guarded, but the time during the Great Meteor was difficult for everyone. In a time where I wouldn't be spending time in Drakkenheim, and maybe at another place more comfortable and secure, my mind often wanders to my brother and times that we had when we were young. We looked so much alike, many confused us, and that was something that we were always able to use into our favor, whether it been pranks at the local mill that my family was a part of, or just trying to sneak something around through town. My brother was always with me.
Nice. Seraphel, what about you? If you were telling a campfire story tonight, what would it be?
Well, I'm Seraphel Vaunt, and I am an Aasimar wizard, level 2. I just increased. I felt some power come about me as we adventured and finished a few tasks, and we entered combat recently. I was always a loner, since I didn't know who my parents were. Master Runeweaver was a father figure to me. He still is at the academy. I was orphaned. And I continue to want to know more of the meteor and the crater and the powers of Delerium and what it can do. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm obsessed with magic and items of magic.
I love it. Last but certainly not least, Finnian, what about you?
Oh, well, I have a story I would like to share about the first time I ever came into contact with a man with a mortal wound. You see, the druids that took me in to the sanatorium sanctuary as a very young child, they always kept me apart as if I were a holy relic myself on account of my physical appearance and my snake-like serpentine physical properties. However, I've always felt since birth, a calling to heal. And one faithful afternoon, after a band of marauders beset the village, there was a young man, a fighting man. His name was James. I remember this man. He had almost died and bled out from a very deep gash caused by an axe right into his shoulder. The druids, they tried to keep me away from their operating table, but I felt a deep need to lay my hands upon this man, and when I did, I saw an otherworldly spiritual light come from the man's wound as it closed up. Nobody in the village had ever witnessed such a miracle before, and it only cemented in their minds my unique ability. And from that time on, I was trained as a cleric of the great and powerful Neonshet, the healer, as was foretold.
Amazing. Last session, we found our adventurers venturing into the city for the first time as a group. They made their way in cautiously, aware of the dangers that the city holds, making their first having their first encounter with a friendly creature known as Styx the ferryman. Everyone just says, go to Styx's ferry and he'll get you across the river, no problem. The fee is only but a coin of any. The denomination does not necessarily seem to matter, as you just place the coin in the palm of his hand and he seems to dump it into the bottom of the boat. Where the coins go, no one quite knows, but nonetheless, you all found safe passage across the river. Not before, though, you all heard a commotion going on near a few blocks away, but still near the riverbank, close enough to hear the rushing water. As you all kind of turned around out of an alleyway, you saw a group of unarmed people just dressed in basically rags and sacks. One of them had their hands up, had a hand up pointing towards where someone would have been standing, but now lying on the ground, burnt with these silver embers still burning through this person's body. The group on the other side, they were pretty well armed, not armed to the teeth, but nonetheless, it just seemed to be some sort of standoff. Each group claimed to be in the right, but it was obvious that some violence could break out at any second. You all decided to intervene and protect the obviously defenseless ones. After a short battle with whoever these bandits were, you all were introduced to Nathaniel Flint, a person who was escorting these three individuals from Hendrick's farm to St. Selena's Monastery. He seemed to already have some sort of knowledge, as he's, he claimed Lucretia Matthias is, is foretold of a group such as you, and suggested that you all meet him back at Hendrick's farm so that he can take you to go meet Lucretia Matthias herself. Once you all crossed the Duran River through Styx's Ferry and made your way through Eckerman Mill, you did not, you all once again are moving smartly through the city, trying to avoid as much danger as possible, getting to your objective. Upon reaching Eckerman Mill, you notice that it, of course, is run down, basically abandoned, except for the few scattered campsites throughout. You all tried to open the first door that you saw, noticed that it was locked, and Barbarossa snuck around and was able to see inside the building, and noticed that there were people in there, and there was a small interaction. It was all friendly, though. They definitely were tired and just needed to rest from their incursion into the city. You all continue looking around the mill for the contact that River sent you here. Finnian had noticed that there were names of other groups of adventuring parties written all throughout the base of Eckerman Mill, and some were completely crossed off, some had individual names, some still seem to completely be intact, but of course the fate of these groups are wholly unknown. But Finnian did put the name of the four of you onto the mill itself, just as the door began to kind of creak open, and the head of a small gnome with pigtails on either side of her head kind of poked out and exclaimed, "It's about damn time you all showed up. I've been waiting forever." Are there any questions, comments, concerns that you all have before we begin this evening?
Time of day?
Oh, yes. It's roughly... roll me a d4.
One.
All right. So it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Give or take.
And what is the weather like today?
Well, it's almost always overcast in Drakkenheim. The haze itself creates a blanket over, but above that there are actual clouds in the sky. It looks like it could potentially rain. So the gnome stuck her head out. About damn time you all showed up. I've been waiting forever. And she, kind of scans you all quickly, and her eyes settle on Seraphel and notices the regalia. And she says, "So you're the one the river sent? The savant, she calls you?"
Yes, I am Seraphel Vaunt.
Oh,
it's a pleasure to meet you.
Seraphel Vaunt. My mistake. I thought it was something like you were just perfect at everything you do. My fault. Yes. I am Nimble Quill. Pleasure to meet you. Should we all come inside?
Yes, it looks like it's going to rain out. I can hear the thunder in the background and the lightning. Could we come in?
Oh, yes, of course. She, kind of backs up. And kind of does this grand gesture to the inside. She says, "Excuse the dust. I didn't have quite enough time to clean up before you all showed."
Oh, I'm feeling raindrops. Yes, we should come in.
I think it's quite nice in here, actually.
She just notices, well, it's a dump, but that's okay. It's not mine. She just kind of chuckles a little bit, and she, has obviously been here for a decent amount of time, enough time to make herself a little makeshift chair out of just the debris that's kind of being scattered throughout the whole floor. She just kind of takes a little seat there in the corner, and she says, "So, Mr. Seraphel, so River tells me that you're quite capable. You've at least some experience with Delerium, yes?"
I've learned under Master Rune Weaver. I was one of his top students at the academy. And Delirium's been my life studies, as well as Arcana.
I will say, that's good to hear, because I've got a lead on potentially her eyes kind of dart around almost as if like someone may be listening on one of the largest deposits the Academy has been able to get its hands on so far, at least intact. And you are the one that's going to retrieve it for us.
Very good. Where would we find such a...
Well, you see, our
stash of
scouts have
Delerium.
indicated that a tavern here was destroyed on the day that the meteor fell by a piece that fell off from the very star itself. And no one's came to retrieve it. They believe it's she almost chuckles, in a place that was once called the Rat's Nest Tavern. What an odd name for such an establishment, don't you think?
I do, and you watch Seraphel reaches into his pouch and he writes it down. The Rat's Nest Tavern, is it?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, we will, how far is that from here?
Oh, it shouldn't be too far. She explains that it's in the spokes of the city. Let's pull up the city map here. It is, so here in the sprawl, not the spokes, excuse me. She explains that it's just southeast of here.
Oh. Okay, well.
Which is why I requested that River have you all meet me here. I didn't want you all to travel too far, as you will need to bring the Delirium back here as well.
And you said it was a large quantity?
It's not a large quantity, it's a large specimen.
Oh. And how would we bring this back? Do you have any wagons for us to procure? Or?
You will not need a wagon. It will be large. It will be small enough to be able to be stowed, but still large.
Okay.
As you know, large pieces of delirium that are still intact are quite difficult to come by. Pretty much all you ever find nowadays are just these small chips and fragments that you see lying around on the ground.
And when we bring it back,
we will
bring it to the academy?
Well, of course. I'm not trying to steal from the academy.
Oh, no, I wasn't insinuating that. Well,
where else would I take it?
Well, could we examine it for a while and see?
Could you? No,
yes.
You're not nearly qualified enough to do such an experiment. We will have more experienced academy members handling such fine specimens.
I see.
We must have the brightest minds on this, Seraphel.
Well,
I thought River explained all of this to you. You're merely but an initiate.
Look, that is true, but I've excelled at my teachings.
Seraphel, you must realize that the academy only sends in the ones who excelled.
I see.
We all excel at something. We were all young prodigies at our own thing.
Seraphel, I believe she is calling you dense.
I didn't want to say that.
It appears that way. So, what's the time that you want us to retrieve this? Do we have a day or?
Well, I would like you to do it as
hours,
soon
or?
as possible.
Okay.
Who knows who or what may stumble upon such a deposit of delirium? I would hate it for it to fall into the wrong hands.
Okay.
How big is this deposit exactly, Nimble?
Well, there have been 2 accounts of it. 2 different accounts of the size as well, but nonetheless, the smallest account is still the biggest that the Academy has ever potentially gotten its hands on. On the smaller side, it's about the size of so roughly the size of like a beach ball.
A beach ball.
Or like a large inflatable, like if you just kind of like put your arms out like this. This is like the biggest estimate that they gave. The smaller estimate is the size of a basketball.
This basketball you speak of, would it be a ball in a basket?
Why, yes, of course. It's not a basket. It's not a ball you're kicking around with your foot. Otherwise, I would have called it a football.
So we'll be able to fit it in a basket potentially.
That is why I called it a basketball. How else would you transport balls from here or there, but to put them in baskets?
But on the larger account, we will have to bring a whole beach to transport the piece.
Or just your arms.
Easier to just bring a basket.
A large basket,
Hopefully it will fit in a basket.
I'll put that on our list.
I mean, run to the restaurant.
Do you have anything like a basket we can carry it in? I don't want to touch it with my hands.
She literally looks around, and picks up a small little pail, and she, I think someone may have already used this one, and you can just kind of the stale stench of urine kind of emanates from it.
We'll carry it. I don't mind touching it.
I'm afraid if we let Seraphel carry it, he's liable to chip a piece off and keep it for himself. I'm sure they would like their prize unmolested, Seraphel.
Well, I don't think a small piece would go missing. They don't know exactly how big it is.
You are quite fond of the delirium.
Well, it's amazing. It brings power.
And in a place like Drakkenheim, I assume everyone is in search of either power, money, or both.
I care neither for these things.
Oh, well, that is something that you and I have in common, Finnian.
Well, for me, it can increase my power while we're here and maybe help us survive a little better.
We should let Heryn or Barbarossa carry it once we find it.
I look over at Barbarossa and just gesture my head over.
Barbarossa, he just says, maybe we should let the one who wants to carry it. But Nimble, nonetheless, she says, just so long as you don't touch it with your hands, doesn't react too well. At least we don't react too well when touching delirium, as I'm sure you can tell by all the monsters running around.
I read about that in the pamphlet. It shouldn't be handled directly with the skin.
No.
That is true.
Now, Shimus chuckles. River promised me that she was sending capable agents.
Yes.
She didn't send disposable agents, correct?
This is our first mission.
Ah, lovely.
We are
So you
quite.
can tell she kind of like looks around, almost like a little nervous. Well, nonetheless, I do have something for you, just to help out a little bit. And she kind of pokes around, looks for a little satchel, and she pulls out a healing potion for each of you.
Oh. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yes, of course, courtesy of the Academy, and of course the Academy will purchase the delirium off of you, and should be at least 1,000 gold pieces, if the estimates turn out to be true.
Hmm.
The Rat's Nest Tavern.
Yes? Any other questions? You all seem...
Have you been to the Rat's Nest Tavern?
No, I have not been
So-
there. I just have the information of what my scouts tell me.
What did your scouts tell you what we might expect? Like,
Oh,
what
why?
type of people might be there, or?
Oh, no people. I mean, it is in the city after all, but
Uh-huh.
of course, she kind of chuckles to herself, as she has been, and she says, "The name is not there merely for a good laugh. There are new tenants, I should say. I don't know if you've encountered any, but those little pesky ratlings have made quite a small little home. My informants, they tell me it's but a small nest, but
Did you
I'm
say?
sure nothing like the 4 capable agents could handle."
Did you say ratlings?
Why, yes, they're just larger rats, but still smaller than people. You've killed rats before, I'm sure.
Well, we've had a few in the academy, but muddling around through the cupboards trying to find bread and scraps or of food.
So
but
instead of
what-
going through the cupboards, they'll just be
Yeah.
going through your closets. That is all. They're just bigger rats.
You mean
No.
they have legs and hands?
All rats have legs.
Heryn, have you seen the ratlings of which they speak?
I'm struggling to remember, and please fill me in, Nimble, if you can. Are these a little more than the average rat?
Well, yes, of course. So Heryn, you definitely...
Yes.
Yeah, you would not have seen any ratlings probably before, but you definitely would have heard stories, horror stories of people being mauled to death from swarms of large rats in the city. As people say, when there's one ratling, there's more.
They get in the walls and breed, as it were.
So then we must be on guard when we go there.
Well, you should always be on guard in the city. I must say, I thought you were going to be a little more prepared for such an endeavor.
We are quite green, as you may have gathered.
Yes, I just hope I see you all again.
You will.
I hope as well.
We'll bring back the delirium, as
I
promised.
sure hope. I would hate to have to ask River to find another group.
What more can you tell us about them?
Well, just like with everything in Drakkenheim, I would not drop my guard around them. I would... What is it that you would like to know? I mean,
Well,
they aren't people.
How many
Well-
could we expect?
Oh, well, I was told it's a small nest, but that was just about 2 days ago, so I can't imagine it's grown too much larger.
well, can we communicate with them?
I've never
You-
tried.
To a rat?
How will we?
She says,
Well,
"Call an
how will we-
exterminator." This is why This is why I
well,
needed you all to come up with these
Seraphel,
plans.
I will communicate with them.
Okay, well,
Via this.
I'm raw out of the academy, so I was curious. Figure you may have had some interaction with them, Nimble.
I try to spend as little time in this city as I can. This is about as close as I go.
Okay. Well, very good then.
It's bad for my hair.
Well, if we have to exterminate them, we certainly will.
I can't imagine anyone would be too mad about the absence of murderous ratlings.
I concur. I agree. They are a nuisance.
She just kind of chuckles as well. By all means, the door is behind you unless you all would like anything else of me.
I walk through the door.
I look out, I bend my head under the door, and I look to see if it's still raining.
It has just begun to drizzle. A piece of, like, a little water drop actually kind of hits you right in the eye as you look up.
Well, good weather out there.
Wet clothes today.
Yes.
So, how would the four of you like to proceed?
Finnian, is there anything that you're picking up at this very moment?
Picking up in what way?
Anything sparking any concern to you?
I don't know. Would there be a role that I could check for an ability?
You could give me an insight check, although it's not necessarily. It's kind of like you asking me how your character feels.
I see. I try to look around and I say a small prayer to my god.
No,
to enlighten me.
Now, Heryn, are you kind of asking him in this, like, in the sense, does he have what are his feelings, or does he have a bad feeling about the job, or is it Nimble?
Working for the academy and, doing something like this, it's our first time, so.
What general feeling do I get when I roll this insight check against Nimble and everything that she has said?
So, you definitely you hear lots of things about the Academy. They obviously they operate out in the open because of the Edicts of Lumen. They have to trade fairly and equally with everyone of the realm, but it's kind of an open secret that they also deal in things that they shouldn't. And Delerium, especially, everyone knows it's this new thing. It's only been here for 15 years on the planet. It's not like any world power or one person has had a chance to really figure out what it is, its properties, what it does. There are thousands of stories of people dying from the reckless use and experimentation of Delerium. So you're just kind of like, I hear good things about the Academy, I hear bad things, I pretty much only hear bad things about Delerium. That all of that's kind of going through your head at the moment. How Finnian feels about it, I can't really answer that.
I will turn to Heryn and I will say to him, the wizards are typical wizards. From what I gather, they want to further their magic, and that is their interest in this mineral, whatever it is, this delirium. They derive power from it, and it furthers their magic. And from everything I understand, they will treat us fairly. If we procure some for them, they will purchase it for more than we could get at the market in town. As far as their intentions go, and I get a little softer with him, this one here, you've seen the way he reacts to this stuff. It leaves an unsettling feeling in my soul. As far as the material of Delerium goes, I had a chance to study that chip that I found, and it also leaves an unsettling in my soul. I don't wish to touch it. I don't even wish to be around it, but it can bring us great riches and fortune.
Well, I mean this. And Seraphel, no disrespect when I say this, but I have spent more than a decade avoiding working for any of the factions in this area. And here I found myself in the employ of one, so you must excuse me while I feel a little concerned.
I understand. Again, being a new graduate from the academy, I understand your concerns.
Do you even know the intentions of the people you serve?
Well, of course. Master Runeweaver is a kind-hearted high wizard of our academy. He's taught us how to deal with magic, and we will determine what more they would like us to do with the delirium, and I myself, I would like to find more of it, as it will help the academy to grow.
I believe that is what you are told. And
Seraphel, you intend on in turning over every piece of delirium we find then to the academy?
Well, I'd like to keep some for myself, but yeah, I would prefer that it would all go to the academy.
all I am saying is caution is something that must be executed in Drakkenheim.
Again, my whole life has been part of the academy, studying spells and writing scrolls and creating potions. I have never really stepped foot except for maybe a journey into town on occasion to pick up supplies, but I've never been in the city, and this is a whole new experience to me.
As it is for me, and that is part of my concern. So, as long as we keep...
I will promise you this, my friends. I will do whatever is in my power to keep us all protected. I will use my spells and my wits to hopefully keep us out of harm's way.
I would just like to say, as far as the academy goes, I am fine with turning over any finds that we might come across to them until such time as it is revealed to me or any of us that they may be doing something less than pure with the stuff.
As far as I know, there is nothing of nefarious means that the academy does with the delirium, and I know they will pay us handsomely, or they will pay you. Me, I am part of them, so I will get paid whatever they foresee to pay me. but the rest of you would probably get paid handsomely.
1,000 gold pieces is nothing to sneeze at.
I have
Indeed.
I have only seen this with my former employer.
Never have I seen so much money in one place before, and it will make a very good tithe to the church when I get home.
I don't want to disappoint River, so we will do this.
I say we make haste.
Very good.
Let's go quickly.
You all gather the little things you have and begin to make your way back into the city from Eckerman Mill. As I assume you guys are, like you all said, moving with haste through the Cairn Hills, finally breaching into the city proper, right around here. As you all begin to make your way towards the Rat Nest Tavern, go ahead and let's have everyone roll me a d6, please.
Six.
You all moving through the streets at a pretty quick pace, trying to make your way as quickly as possible to the Rat's Nest Tavern. As you guys are right about to cross over Shepherd's Way, one of the main thoroughfares that makes its way through the outskirts of the city, right around this area, right there. You guys are making your way through the tight alleyways and narrow streets right as you're about to cross over onto Shepherd's Way, and just barely over the thunder and the rain, you just hear like a sharp scream of intense pain, and then it's quieted real quickly, and it's very, very, very close. You guys are in this top left corner of the map here, and you kind of roughly heard the screaming just a little ways ahead of you, and they literally stopped you all in your tracks.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
I believe we all did.
Barbarossa, maybe you should take a look.
He kind of nods at you. And makes his way. What's up?
The scream, was it a man, a woman, a child? What kind of a scream?
It was a high-pitched masculine scream.
Okay.
It was like a very sharp, whoever screamed obviously was not expecting whatever happened to them, and the scream happened almost instantly. It stopped. So they were either silenced in a bad way or in a good way. You're not quite sure what happened, but you just heard, for the sake of everyone's ears, I'm not actually going to scream, but nonetheless, you just heard a sharp, loud, fast yelp scream of pain, and then it was over. But Barbarossa moves through the wreckage. Was that a snake hiss that you just made?
That was the snake friend that I made last session.
Oh, okay. He kind of moves through the wreckage, trying to make as little noise as possible.
Ah.
No.
That's okay. He's got the rain to kind of help him. He does slip a little bit, but nonetheless, he is confident that no one hurt him. But he kind of comes over here and peeks his head around, and he sees a group of 4 people. One of them is he's lying on the ground right here. The one labeled Gary Plum. He's lying on the ground. His back is up against the building that he's kind of propped up against, and he's holding his thigh kind of up close towards his waist. And there's it's like a large bear trap that was put underneath some rubble that has kind of come up and sliced through his leg, completely, just cutting his leg off, basically midway up his thigh down. He's just kind of like holding the upper part of his thigh, and another individual is like holding him up against the building with his hand over his mouth, trying to quiet him. And Barbarossa would be able to see like two other people. One of them is keeping watch, kind of looking this way, and the other one is looking down this alley right over here. How would you all like to proceed? Finnian, I see you kind of move.
I've crept up to that corner where he's looking, but I do not peek around it. I wait for Barbarossa.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check with advantage, please, as you begin to creep your way. But Barbarossa does meet up with the rest of you guys.
Does he inform us of everything?
Yes. Yeah, that 15 is more than enough to move up to that corner silently, Finnian. Oh yeah, Barbarossa, he kind of whispers it to Heryn and Seraphel, and then stalks his way up to Finnian, and then relays that information as well. What's up, Heryn?
The description, is that anything that I would have known in the past, like from any?
Oh yes, he explains that they're all wearing these green kind of cloaks. Most of them have their hoods up as it is raining, and that kind of immediately registers in your mind, Heryn, that they're probably hooded lanterns.
The hooded lanterns.
I'll just go ahead and show you the guy that like has the hand over the guy with no leg now. That's what he looks like.
That Barbarossa saw.
Yeah.
Can I get a look to see if that man is rapidly dying?
So he
from where I am. If I peek.
Oh, from where you are.
Yes.
No, it would be pretty difficult to see him from where you're at, just because of the building that's right here.
I then I'm going to throw caution to the wind, and I will turn that corner and show them both my hands that I am unarmed, and I will make my way down this alley and ask if I can help. Then tell them I am a healer. Can I help? Can I help save your friend?
Immediately, as you kind of turn the alleyway, the token Lauren Plum raises a bow straight at you, sees that your hands are up and in a very non-violent kind of gesture. Barbarossa, he just kind of saw you approach and just immediately kind of was ready to kind of have your back if need be. But she takes a second, and the other one, labeled Ash, puts his hand on her shoulder and says, "If they wanted to attack, they wouldn't have just strolled right up to us. Let him help." And she sighs, "Don't hurt him. I'm not putting my bow down. If he dies, just don't let him die." And the one that was like holding his mouth kind of takes his hand off his mouth, and as soon as he does, he goes, "Ah, my leg!" Just screaming in obvious agony.
I will run over to him and place both my hands on his leg and murmur a prayer to the Anshet and cast Cure Wounds on the man.
Nice. So, as you begin to cast the spell, the healing energy transfers from you into Gary Plum, and you can literally see all the arteries, the capillaries, everything just beginning to close. The bleeding stop, and Gary, he just kind of like, just now like breathing heavily, not out of pain, obviously, but just out of the sheer adrenaline that's still having to be dumped out of his body.
Is his leg missing completely?
It is, yeah. It was cut clean through. So it was it was literally like a giant bear trap, but instead
Geyser of blood, I'm sure.
But instead of like spikes, it's literally like a guillotine on either side that just kind of shuts closed. But nonetheless,
I will lean down to the man and I will whisper in his ear that it's all going to be okay and that he should relax and just let it happen. He'll be fine. We'll get them back to safety.
The one that had his hand over, he kind of leans down with you and he looks to you and says, "Thank you. You showed up in just the nick of time." And he holds out his hand. "I'm Ansem Lang. I'm Captain Ansem Lang, the Hooded Lanterns. It's a pleasure to meet you." Ooh.
I am Finnian McLeod of the clan McLeod. I'm not from around here.
I assume so. I've never heard of no clan McLeod. No one really calls themselves clans anymore. But are you all by yourself?
There are 4 of us, yes.
Has everyone else decided to? Barbarossa at this point has kind of made himself and walked up. He kind of introduces himself to Lauren and Ash, and then walks over and just kind of stands behind Finnian. Ansem, he says, we were attacked by, well, we were
Ratlings?
hunting. No, although we were hunting ratlings, but we were not attacked by them. We were attacked by Garmir. They ambushed us.
What is a Garmir?
They are almost like dogs or large hyenas, but they are vicious, semi-intelligent creatures. As of late, they've actually been showing signs of organizing themselves. They ambush patrols, adventurer parties. You should count yourself lucky if you've not encountered them so far.
I've never seen such a beast.
Just try to run if you do. They're ruthless, bloodthirsty creatures.
Seraphel pulls out his quill and he starts writing down dog-like creatures, you said? Run.
Like giant hyenas.
We should run from them. Okay.
What are you doing all the way here in the city?
We were on our way to search for an item been charged by the Amethyst Academy to find.
His eyes, they like pretty much all of their eyes almost immediately kind of shoot to Seraphel. They say, "Oh, so you're working with the Academy then? You're working for him?"
He is their representative.
I'm a member of the Academy.
Well, Ansem, he says, "I can't say I have the highest opinion of the Academy, but their business dealings have always been fair and honest." And kind of as soon as he finishes that, Ash and Lauren, they're both kind of looking around, still on guard, and Ash says, "Captain, we need to get moving. We either need to make our way and continue the hunt, or make our way back to Shepherd's Gate. But Gary, he's in no position to continue this. We should make our way back." And Ansem, "I agree, Ash. And he looks to you all. Where are you headed? Do you need safe passage.
We can
someplace.
help you get your fallen. We can help you get your fallen friend back to wherever your station may be.
We do not necessarily need help, but I was just wondering if you need the help. That is all.
Well,
He made the mistake, and Gary just kind of rolls his eyes. He made the mistake of stepping on the trap. We're already pretty close to the gate. We're just...
There is safety in numbers. That's all I can say.
We just do not want to take you away from your goal, that is all. But if you needed safe haven, then I was going to offer you some time at Shepherd's Gate.
well, could we possibly use that at some later date, then?
If I am there, then
Or could
yes.
could we mention your name, or is there...
You can always mention my name, but
Is there-
I can't always promise that the Watcher of the Gate will believe you.
Is there an item, maybe, that we could present him?
Not one that you couldn't take off my dead corpse.
Hmm. Well,
My proposition is this: we will escort you and help you with your fallen companion until you get him safely to the gate.
And then maybe you could introduce us to
If
the captain of the gate.
If it is close, perhaps it is on our way to the destination which we seek.
Lauren and Ash, they kind of look at Ansem, and Ash just kind of shakes his head. He's like, "Captain, we shouldn't." And Captain Ansem Lang, he says, "Listen, take this," and he hands you this what looks like to be some sort of like firearm or pistol. And he hands you these, it's got this very large round barrel. This is, we call it a flare gun. And he kind of even puts his hands up. I understand that you want to help us, and all the help is welcome, of course, but this is a sensitive matter. I can't explain much, but we should not bring any extra guests to the gates at this time. Unless you are in need, then they're all kind of looking around, and they've all gotten a little nervous. And you can tell Gary's just like, "We need to get the hell out of here, Captain." And the other two, they kind of like run over and pick Gary up.
It looks like Gary does not want to tarry. We should diverge for now. Thank you for your help. We will continue on to find the Rat's Nest Tavern without you.
You say the Rat's Nest Tavern, and Ansem, his eyes almost brighten up, and his mouth almost kind of goes as if to say something, but then he notices the other three of them just kind of glaring at him, and he shuts his mouth and he says, "I wish you all the safest of travels." And again,
and you as well.
I take the pistol from him.
Yes,
I already took the pistol.
Okay, you got it?
The pistol is mine. You're not to be trusted with the pistol.
If you need help, fire this into the air, and the Hooded Lantern should come to your aid.
We shall do.
Best
of luck with your friend.
The four of them pick up Gary, and with their help, he just kind of begins to hop along on his one leg, and they begin to make their way towards Shepherd's Gate. And like I said, that whole thing kind of happened right around this area in that little triangle of a block, right next to Shepherd's Way. How would you all like to proceed?
And I'm sorry, can you ping the destination we are after?
Number 6?
That's where we are now?
No. That's where you guys are after. This is where you guys are at right now.
Oh, we're right there.
Yeah. We're
Right
a
around
block.
the corner.
We're a block away.
I say we make our way to the tavern.
Yep.
Take care of this business that we are
I'd say,
here for.
I'd say, but we let Barbarossa go ahead and scout before we get to the tavern. Let him look ahead.
Barbarossa, he kind of nods at you, and he agrees. He wants you all to follow closely behind, but he will stay a little further ahead and kind of scout, so as not to stumble upon any more surprises. But as you guys were already basically right on top of your destination, you guys make it to the Rat's Nest Tavern with no issues. The Rat's Nest Tavern is on Scrag Lane. As you turn on to Scrag Lane, you can see that the Rat's Nest Tavern lies on the mudslick and rubble-strewn remnants of Scrag Lanes just south of Shepherd's Way, nestled between ramshackle tenements and crumbling flats. The original tavern has been almost entirely obliterated, almost as if something smashed into the building and destroyed it completely. You can see that the neighboring buildings are also heavily damaged by some blast. What remains are stone foundations and piled with debris. The first floor walls are about chest high, and a few supporting timbers splayed outward like a burst rib cage. The rooftop and upper floors have all but entirely collapsed in a mist-covered crater that now is almost filled completely with rubble. The original tavern sign juts out obliquely from the building on the opposite side of the street. It's engraved with a smiling, cheese-eating obese rat laying on a plate of eaten food. You can see...
It doesn't look like much of a tavern.
I can admit I was expecting something more, but I'm not sure what.
This place is a dump. Who would drink here?
I will walk into the building.
So you climb over a bunch of rubble and, the chest-high walls, and you can see that inside what remains of the tavern walls, the wooden floorboards of the ground level have almost entirely collapsed into a large, gaping hole. Tumbled brick piles and ashen cimbers, burned shingles, splintered wooden planks, support beams, fractured furniture, cracked mugs, broken glass, and random bits of bones and cutlery are all scattered everywhere about.
Finnian, watch your step.
Yeah, this huge hole in the floor.
Much of this
could
be unsafe.
This could have been.
Thank you.
This could have been from the meteor when it came down.
Wouldn't we see more signs of it?
It could have been part of it, even though it's further away.
It is possible. There are fragments all over.
I would agree.
I will walk closer to the hole, taking great caution, and trying to detect if any of these boards might crumble away under my feet. But I will attempt to approach the hole and look down into it.
For sure. So
I have a dark vision that allows me to see 60 feet in the dim light.
So you look down, and it is pretty much pitch black, except for what you see are the four stone walls of the basement. They seem to be scorched and blackened. There's rubble debris surrounded by another muddy crater, seemingly 15 feet wide, and it looks like about 5 feet deep. You can't really see kind of past that. But the only light that you see is a faint glimmer of octarine that twinkles within that secondary hole.
Can I detect what this damage is from? Like, would I? Is there anything I could roll to give?
Give me a perception check. Or insight, whichever's higher.
That's a 1. Natural.
So you're looking, and there's so much just debris, and there's 15 years of just nonsense. That's, monsters coming and going, adventurers coming and going, the rain, the mud, just... This place is disgusting. It's filthy. There's a stench in the air. There's that familiar stench of ozone that just kind of blankets the whole city. It's kind of difficult to tell what's made what.
Mm-hmm.
The whole area is just a mess.
I would say my focus is on my party members and just generally watching their steps because I am concerned.
Companions, I believe I can see the glow of that which we seek. It's an octarine glow coming from a deeper hole than this. I believe we must go down.
Do we have rope?
Anybody have a bit of rope?
Normally I keep my backpack on me, but I would actually assume that in this instance I was not carrying my backpack.
Well, I have my backpack, but I don't have much in it.
I do have my backpack as well, but definitely no rope.
And inside of my backpack there is rope.
Where is your backpack?
I don't keep it on me. I must have. I left it at.
You left it back at Emberwood Village?
I did.
Oh. Well, at some
point... You don't
point...
adventure with gear?
Some gear, yes.
Only what you can carry in your hands and your pouch?
I try to keep it light.
You're a
light.
You're a minimalist.
And it's an easy life, a life of possessions. This is the problem with Drakkenheim. Everyone is so concerned with this delirium, and it's the focus of everyone's life.
Well, used probably for the right purposes, it will probably enhance people's lives. Once the Academy is able to ascertain its abilities.
I am not convinced if the stuff is good or evil. I just don't get a good feeling about it when I hold it in my gloved hand. I just don't get a good feeling about it. It causes this haze and this contamination and sickness. It can't be good.
I imagine, but there must be, for Master Runeweaver to want us to acquire it, there must be other properties that we have not been told.
It contains power, no doubt. But at what cost does this power come?
Do we know if Barbarossa has rope?
Yes, Barbarossa does have rope. Right as you guys kind of finish this conversation, he finishes going through his backpack and says, I do have a spool of it. Are we using it to get down?
I don't know where we'll tie it off.
He kind of looks and it seems to roughly be about a 10-foot drop from here to the basement.
I don't know if we need it to get down. We probably need it to get back out again.
You all look around. You guys do find a decent size kind of rock in a pile of rubble right behind Finnian right here. He ties off the rope and kind of throws it down to the hole and asks, who's first?
I will grab the rope and jump down in.
So, you rappel down, and does everyone follow in after?
I would walk to where he tied it off, and I would check the knot.
Roll me a perception check. So you look at it and you realize you don't know too much about knots, but I mean it already held Finian's weight, and it looks like it would hold another person's weight.
I assumed I knew more. I must not.
I'm afraid not.
I mean it looks like a well-tied knot, you know.
Here we go.
You don't see any flaws in Barbarossa's knot tying abilities. He was definitely a scout.
Slide down the rope, past along with Finnian.
All right, Barbarossa joins after. Seraphel, do you rappel down the rope as well?
I do, but before I do that, I let Shard up off my shoulder, and I just have him sit on the rock and keep an eye out.
Okay. Kind of watch your six.
Try to watch our six while
All
we're in the hole.
When you're in the hole.
Yep.
All right. So you can see the stone walls of the basement are scorched and black, and there's rubble debris surrounding the muddy crater that's 15 feet wide and seemingly 15 feet deep, and then it veers sharply to the left. Like the tunnel continues, but it goes to the left, so you can only see about 5 feet into the hole before it goes into a different direction. But the whole ground is all muddy. It's covered in tiny little bones. It looks like large rat droppings. It's stained with urine. The whole place smells of ammonia and ozone. How would you all like to proceed?
Are there any doors in the cavern we're currently in?
There are no doors. The only thing that you kind of see that's like, other than just like the four walls, right here seems to be like a large impact crater in the wall / floor, and all the stone has been crumbled away from it, and there's just like it's just like a dirt, the wall of scorched, burnt dirt.
It's not passable, in other words.
No, but like you can't really tell if this was a doorway or if this was just a wall and the dirt was already behind it, or if it was a doorway and it's collapsed. It's just but it's a very clear impact crater.
I'm gonna walk up to it and peek my head just inside of it against the wall. I'm not completely making myself exposed, but I'm just going to look in there, see what I can see.
Do you mean the hole?
The hole to the left here?
Oh, okay. So the hole is right here. Sorry.
Yeah, I see the hole. Against this wall here, there's nothing that I see down. Is there like an opening here?
No, it's not an opening. It's literally like, it looks like a giant rock was like kind of like in superhero movies or whatever, whenever they hit buildings and their whole imprint is kind of left.
Okay.
It's just like a impact crater, but the actual hole is right here. Now, if you're trying to inspect the hole, that's totally cool.
Yeah, I was just looking at more of what I could discern from the wall in this break there. But if there's nothing to see, then yeah.
Yeah. So, roll me a perception check. Actually,
keeping those rolls up, just
you're saving them for combat, but nonetheless, an 11. You're looking, you're looking really closely on the bits of stone that are still kind of embedded in, like, that were pushed into the soil and dirt itself, and you kind of see like the remnants of veins of delirium running through them, almost like like shadows of delirium were left from some sizable event that happened here. Perhaps it was whenever the star fell and maybe did this, or it could have been something else. You're not too sure, but it's very clear that delirium was something with delirium happened right here that caused this.
Where's the delirium?
I think it's down there.
Do we need to go further down this hole?
That would be my guess.
Barbarossa, how long is this rope you have here?
It is 50 feet, so it's already gone. It's
10.
already gone about 10 feet down.
Yeah.
And it's 5 feet away, so it's at least 15 feet. So it's got it. It can go, down the hole and a little bit further, but it doesn't. You don't know if it reaches the end or not.
Only one way to find out, and I will grasp the rope again, give myself a few feet, and we'll jump down in the hole and swing to the bottom.
So you jump into the hole, and as you because it's 5 feet straight down and then veering sharply to the left, and as your feet kind of hit the ground, roll me a dexterity saving throw with advantage as you're holding onto the rope.
I look across to everyone else and I say, it would be the serpent type to just jump in a hole.
Well,
as your feet, the instant your feet hit the ground, you can feel them almost want to fling out from under you, shooting you down the rest of the way. But you're able to kind of use the rope. Your back hits the back side of the tunnel, and you're able to kind of prop yourself up, preventing yourself from completely sliding. And you kind of slowly rappel yourself not all the way, but to the end of the rope.
What happens when I get to the end?
You get to the end of the rope, and the tunnel continues downward, veering to the right. And it kind of veers to the right and then curves to the left there. But that's about it.
Is it still very steep?
It is still almost completely vertical down. Roll me a perception check.
I would also, while he's doing this, speak down, not loudly, but just kind of in a tone that can carry. Finnian.
I'll say back to. Do I hear what he said?
So yes, you do hear what he says, and at the same time as you hear him say, "Finnian," and you can hear it go, "Finnian, Finnian, Finnian," kind of continuing further down the tunnel past you as well. But you just hear just a bunch of chittering and squeaks, and they don't necessarily. You don't hear an increased activity after hearing Finnian, but your attention is kind of drawn to them as you notice the word Finnian carrying past you. But there's definitely something down below.
Can we hear the screeching as well? Do we hear the echo of that? No.
They're like faint. I don't know if you've ever heard a rat kind of squeak or a guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what he's hearing.
Okay.
So you're a little too far away.
We're too far. Okay.
Yeah. Because he's just barely hearing it.
What I shall do is I will take the end of the rope and I will give it a few waves to beckon my friends down in, but I will not speak back to them.
I would see the movement, and I would grab onto the rope and slide down.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure, Finnian, you were not. You're holding onto the rope, and you're basically.
I'm currently holding myself in the tunnel so as not to fall.
Okay,
but I'm at the end of the rope. No.
Yes, you are at the end of the rope, but you're you're still like if you let go of the rope, you would begin to slide down the tunnel. I just wanted to make sure you knew that. But yeah, you're holding yourself up.
That's
You're
as
like,
far as I can go with the rope. I'll start.
Can-
Would I be able to slide on my bottom like a water slide per se?
yeah, definitely. But like, you don't necessarily. Yes, you could certainly attempt to go slowly. Yeah.
I'll attempt it.
All right. So, Heryn, let's resolve you first. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage, please, as you begin to rappel down with the rope.
Oh, didn't roll with advantage. Sorry. I'm just going to roll twice. That was a 12. Oh, it's an 11.
All right.
These dice.
So,
I
no
made
worries.
it with a 12.
Yes. 12 is plenty. You hit it and you weren't expecting it. You're like, oh, good thing I had this rope, otherwise I'd be flying down this tunnel right now. But nonetheless, you are able to get to the bottom of the rope. And Finnian, right as you kind of see Heryn, you begin to kind of like almost like people sliding down a shaft. It's not impossible to keep yourself from falling just completely. Roll me another dex check this time with advantage.
A dex check or a dex save?
This time a dex check. You're basically trying to climb your way down, unless you have a climbing speed.
I do not have any such thing, but I rolled a 14.
Okay, a 14 is plenty. Now, Finnian, as you can stop right about there. You kind of come right around the bend, and the tunnel begins to flatten out a little bit.
I'll pause here and wait for anybody who might be coming behind me as it starts to flatten.
You can see another giant hole dug out into the ground, just barely 10 feet in front of you. You can see a bunch of sharp, jagged spikes smeared with who knows what just jutting out of this hole. Clearly something created some sort of spike trap for unsuspecting victims to fall into. And you can also see roughly 7 to 8 ratlings. Some of them are awake and kind of walking around. Some of them are asleep and cuddled together. But there's this seems to be a large open cavern at the end of this muddy tunnel with about 8 ratlings currently in it.
What are they doing?
Most of them, or about 4 of them, are just kind of like milling about. Like one of them is just kind of sitting down and just kind of like picking bugs out of its fur and eating them. Another one is like taking things out of its pack and putting them into some sort of like nest or shrine, almost like a penguin putting rocks onto its nest would be doing. A few of them are sleeping, cuddled together. They're just kind of like doing random things. But there's about 8 of them just kind of sitting here in this open cavern.
I'll pull out a handful of dried fruits and nuts from my supply of rations, and I will hold them in my open hand as I prepare to circumvent this spike trap, and maybe they will like to be my friend if I have food for them.
All right, Heryn, you get to the end of the rope, and you see how Finnian kind of shimmies his way down the rest of the tunnel. Are you're going to attempt to do the same?
Yeah, I feel like maybe I saw it to some degree, and
definitely
so try to reenact what I just saw.
Give me that dex check with advantage. Now, Seraphel, as he rolls that, are you taking the rope? And then going down next?
I look up at the hole above us and I call for Shard to come down.
Okay.
These digital dice are cursed.
Ah.
I don't know. I rolled a natural 20 on my last one.
My digital dice.
So
I call for Shard to come down, and then I look at Barbarossa and I say, "You first."
Barbarossa, he will go ahead and do that dex save.
Where am I in this, the
Yeah,
box here?
right there. So Barbarossa makes that dex save. Nice. Now, Heryn, right as you try to shimmy, you grab the same rock that Finnian kind of grabbed that was on the wall. But, of course, you didn't know that whenever Finnian grabbed it and bared his weight on it, he lodged it loose a little bit in the wall. And that rock gives free as you begin to fly, sliding down. And Finnian, you had just kind of started to brace yourself against the wall and got your little fruits and stuff out. Heryn comes flying past you, and you just see him go straight into the spike pit.
Can I attempt to save him?
Give me a dex save. Or a dex check, sorry, not a save.
Ah! It's only a 7.
So, yeah, it was just too fast. Your hands were occupied in your pockets as you were pulling out all the stuff to feed the ratlings. And Heryn comes flying and landing into the spike trap.
That I do.
How deep is he?
It is 10 feet to the bottom. It's another 10-foot pit. And he takes 2d4 piercing.
I'll try to
There you go.
reach
Sorry.
down and offer my hand.
So he takes 3 piercing damage. And Heryn, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Nice. You are not poisoned as well, but cut up, stabbed in places. Luckily, most of the spears themselves were poorly made, so they kind of just like crumbled underneath your weight instead of completely impaling you. But nonetheless, you've got splinters all over your back and arms. Took some, force from the fall itself. Barbarossa, give him that dex check as he goes down as well.
Oh, nice.
Seraphel, can you give me that dex save, please? And
Is it
dex
with-
check. Yes, all with advantage.
Dex save. Oh, why didn't it roll with advantage?
I just want to get you guys all kind of down there before we resolve Heryn falling into the spike trap.
Yeah, dex save, and then
A dex check
Dex
as
check.
you begin to shimmy your way down.
yeah.
Okay, so right as Seraphel, you kind of get at the end of the rope, and you hear Heryn slide, hit the spikes, and it startles you a little bit, causing you to slip and fall, losing your grip on the rope, sliding down. Luckily, Barbarossa and Finnian are already kind of at the bottom, blocking you, but you do hit them, and it definitely creates a lot of noise. Plus, with Heryn coming down, you guys can now see all the ratlings are all just kind of like staring at you, and they immediately reach for a bunch of like rusted weapons that they have on their belt. Can Can you all roll me initiative, please?
Natural 20, the second one in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you gotta save some for Heryn, dude.
I think I'm only able to roll single digits. I think that's the rule
You
here.
just rolled a 19.
I did not. Oh, earlier, yeah.
I saw you.
That was a fluke.
Yeah, well, Seraphel's in the single digits club, so
At least I'm not alone.
there you go.
I would rather die with companions.
So, switching tabs. There we go. So Barbarossa a 10, Finnian a 21. Correct?
Yes.
Heryn, I see a 6. Seraphel a 6 as well. Who has the higher dex? I assume it's Heryn.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a 13.
All right. Wow. All of the ratlings jump up. The gutter snipes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, just so you guys can see. That's what the gutter snipes look like.
I don't know that I saw anything in the pit.
That's
enough.
okay. I saw it.
I saw it.
Both pull out hand crossbows. One shot goes towards Barbarossa, the other one goes towards Finnian. The first shot towards Barbarossa, missing with an 11. The second towards Finnian, missing as well, as both shots from both gutter snipes go wild. Finnian, you are up.
I will attempt to parlay with them and say, look, I mean you no harm. I've brought you some treats. Who wants a treat? Anybody want a treat? And I will kind of toss the dried fruits and nuts towards them over the pit.
As you throw things, you say, who wants a treat? You can hear a few of the rattlings kind of shout out, "Ooh, I want his eyeballs. Oh, I'm going to munch on his ears."
And I will use my movement.
Save his fingers for me.
I will use my movement to squeeze past Barbarossa and duck back into the tunnel.
All right, so yeah, that is about as
now
high as
end
you
my
can-
turn.
Okay, that is about as high as you can go without trying to climb your way back out. The rest of the rattlings. The rattlings literally just like begin rushing towards. 3 of them jump into the pit with Heryn with complete like reckless abandon to themselves, taking just a little bit of damage on the way down, just from small little splinters. But Heryn, they come down and they're just clawing and biting at you. That is an 11, a dirty 20, and a 18, I believe, to hit. I assume the dirty 20 and 18 hit.
Yes.
That is going to be 3. So it looks like 6. 6 points of piercing damage from those 2 attacks.
I am showing some wear.
Barbarossa gets 2 attacks as he kind of holds that choke point from E and C. That is 1 hit and a miss. It's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. Barbarossa bringing out his daggers, swinging. I believe. Yes, that is a hit on C. That is 5. Nice. That is exactly what he needs. So he literally just stabs 1 dagger through the throat of Rattling C, killing it. And then with his nick, he gets a second attack. That same action. Sorry, I'm taking so long. My internet is taking forever, guys. That is a miss, unfortunately. He's going to use his bonus action to strike again. Again with a miss, unfortunately. So Barbarossa took 1 down. Heryn, you're up.
Are they on top of me?
Yes and no, but they're light enough to where you can. You're basically standing up still. I didn't count you as prone.
Okay.
They kind of dived in head first. You're just kind of like stuck in like almost like you're stuck in a soda can with them. They're just like biting at you, clawing at you, just trying anything they can to hurt you.
Is there enough space in here for me to swing, or should?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can get out if you would like.
But while they're down here, right? 2 of them, they're A and B.
There's
down.
3 of them down there with you. 1 of them just missed.
So I'm going to, while I'm down here, I'm actually going to because I have my quarterstaff in my hand still. I'm gonna smack 1 that's down here with the quarterstaff for my attack. Can I do that? Is that a regular?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Oh man.
This is ridiculous. That's a 1.
Yes, your quarterstaff. You go to swing and you realize there's no room to swing this damn thing. It is a miss, unfortunately.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to pick 1. I guess that's gonna be B. Single digits must continue.
I see a 14.
That's with the.
Yeah. That is a hit.
Yeah. So okay, that's taking some damage. There's that damage, and then I need to use.
That's 6 damage on B.
Yes.
So yeah, you literally kick. It's straight in the head. It's the back of its head bounces off the dirt wall, and you can just see the brain splatter on the dirt wall as you kill it with that 6 damage.
That's right. And the blood gets all over the spikes that are in the trap as well. And then I'm gonna use my movement to try to jump out.
For sure.
Can I do that?
I imagine you literally like Luke Skywalker jump out of the carbonite pit at the last second.
But I'm gonna jump over.
Most impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how deep was that?
It's a 10-foot But I'll let you use all of your movement to jump and kind of pull yourself up out of it if you can't jump like higher than that standing.
So we'll call that.
But you're at least out of the spike trap.
Yes.
All right, Seraphel, you're up.
Okay, so Seraphel. His hand starts to get very red and hot, and flames start coming out of it as a firebolt goes off at.
I thought that was a natural 20.
A 12. At the one.
Beats it, beats it.
At the.
Their armor class is 12.
Yep. So the guy right there.
Warrior E.
Warrior E, yes.
Nice. Describe its demise.
As the firebolt leaves Seraphel's hand and it rockets towards the creature, and as it hits the creature square in the jaw and lights up his cheek, and the rest of him catches on fire as he falls back into the pit.
Nice. Barbarossa just gets the stench of burning, rattling hair filling his nostrils.
And I am done.
Top of the round. The Gutter Snipe A runs up to Heryn. Gutter Snipe B kind of runs over this way, reloading its hand crossbow and firing it at Seraphel.
Man.
There's a 14 to hit.
That hits.
All right. The bolt hits you right in the shoulder, Seraphel, and you begin to feel this burning sensation as you take 6 piercing damage and...
Oh.
10 poison damage on top of that.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 16 damage in total. And then Heryn, the Gutter Snipe that ran up to you, pulls out...
Wait, I'm sorry, DM. I took 3, and then 10 more?
You took 6.
I took 6. Oh, 6 total.
It's 3 plus 3, yeah. They have a
I
plus
thought
3
you said,
to their damage.
Alright, I thought you said 16. Okay.
Well, yeah, 6 plus 10 is 16.
Oh, so I'm at 0 then.
Oh, that drops you?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it hits you not in the shoulder, square in the chest, Seraphel, dropping you to the ground. Heryn, the other rattling Gutter Snipe, pulling out a rusted blade, swings it at you. It is a dirty 20 to hit.
I would say so. I would say that hits.
That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage, and then can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
6 points at 0. Do I need that con save as well after that?
Yes. Go ahead and give it to me.
After being at 0?
Yeah.
Okay. Best roll of the night.
Okay. So you do not gain a level of contamination, but he does jam that blade straight into your belly.
I'm down.
Finnian, you're up.
I will peek around. I'll step over Seraphel's downed form and I will look for the gutter snipe that tried to shoot me with the crossbow.
Yep, that is gutter snipe B, right here.
And I will mutter a prayer to my god and cast Sacred Flame.
Nice. He fails that. Oh, never mind. He has that's a 9. I thought it was a 6. The 14 pass or fail.
It's a pass.
Okay.
With my bonus action, I would like to cast Healing Word on Heryn.
Nice. Roll it.
I heal you for 6 points of health. And then I will back towards the tunnel again.
Both Rattling D and A climb out of the tunnel. Oh, didn't mean to delete Rattling A. Looks like you're going to be Rattling A from now on. Rattling A runs up to Heryn. Rattling D runs over to Barbarossa. Rattling F will use its bonus action to dash. He pulls out his sling, aiming it at Seraphel there. He's going to run over here. Get a better
He's
aim.
down.
Oh, you're right.
Seraphel's down.
I guess you can't really get a look at Finnian. Okay. He is going to use his bonus action, dash. That's 2 bites.
At me?
Yep.
Neither.
14's a miss.
They're misses.
Nice. All right. Yes. Both are miss. 2 against not 2. 1 against Barbarossa from Rattling D. A 17 is a hit, I believe. Yes, it is. Five damage. Barbarossa, he uses his bonus action to drink the health potion that Nimble Quill gave you all. Then he turns around, uses his action to feed Seraphel his potion of healing that Nimble Quill gave him. So, Seraphel, you gain 10 points of healing.
Thank you.
River gave us those potions, DM?
Nimble Quill did.
And River gave us one before that. Yeah.
For the party.
Yes.
So we have...
We have 2
more
potions each.
2
I was gonna say,
potions
You
each.
should each have 2 potions of healing. But now Seraphel and Barbarossa both have the 1.
Yep.
And then Barbarossa kind of positions himself in between Rattling D and Seraphel. Heryn, you are up.
Yeah, I am going to...
That's a bonus action to drink that, I believe.
For what? To drink what?
We're
Potion?
drinking a potion. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. I couldn't remember what it was classified as. So,
I believe that's a house rule. Maybe it's a 2024 rule. I just know we've been doing bonus actions for potion
the
drinking.
2024 rule is that a health potion is a bonus action, but I think it kind of goes back and forth. But I pretty much do all potions as bonus actions. Unless you're administering it to another player, then it's a full action.
Okay, well, I am trying to use it. I have to use it on the sheet.
So I just do the max, so it's 10, 20, 40, 60. So for a regular healing potion, it's 10 points of healing.
Okay. Well, that would heal me back to full. I mean, there we go. And I guess for my action, I'm probably going to take out the rattling warrior that's in front of me, or just a quarterstaff attack in front of me.
Nice, roll it.
What is this? 13.
That's a hit.
That's good.
Good, that is good. Eight damage.
Describe his demise.
Overhead swing and just like smash on the top of the head.
Whack a rattling.
Like that.
Nice. That was yes. I already have it out.
Gotta thin the herd. I realized that this, what is it, a gutter
Snipe.
snipe. Not that I know that, but yeah, and then I'm gonna try to just step on his head and no, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
I was gonna say he would get an opportunity attack.
I'm staying right here. I'm engaged.
All right.
I'm engaged. I'm stay engaged.
Seraphel, you're up with 10 points of health.
Okay, so I stand up and I'm gonna put him to sleep.
That's a 5-foot sphere, correct?
It's a 5-foot sphere.
Oh, that's a square.
He has to make a wisdom
Well,
DC 13.
You may be able to get both gutter snipes. You could probably get both gutter snipes.
I could. Okay.
Yeah, like if you center it in the
Oh,
square.
if I center it in the square, yeah.
In between them.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Oh my goodness, dude.
I don't want to get Heryn though. That's the only.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You won't.
No, you wouldn't get Heryn. It's only a 5-foot sphere. It's like you would
Okay.
just get the
size of
one,
one of
two,
the
three,
tiles.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
So if they need a wisdom saving throw.
They need a wisdom save DC 13.
They fail. With an 11.
Okay.
Or an 8.
So both of those guys are asleep.
The way sleep works in 2024 is that they have the first turn, when they fail that first save, they have the incapacitated condition.
Yeah.
And then at the end of their next turn, they make another save. And if they fail that save, then they have the unconscious condition where they, because like right now they're just standing in
They're
a
like
daze.
days. Okay.
But then if they fail their next save, then they will be on the ground, prone, unconscious, asleep.
Okay.
So it's their turn now. So do they roll that now? After he ends his turn.
Yeah, once he ends his turn, yes. I was just waiting for him to, say.
Yeah. So as my bonus action, I drink my potion.
Okay.
10 back.
Just so you know, Gutter Snipe A succeeded, Gutter Snipe B failed its save.
Okay.
So Gutter Snipe B is on the ground, asleep. Gutter Snipe A was able to shake itself out of its stupor at the end of its turn.
Okay.
So this guy's asleep.
Good. I want the one that I'm engaged with to be awake when I.
I want it to be a fair
Yeah.
kill.
And I'm done. So.
All right, Finnian, you are up.
Yes. Attempt another Sacred Flame on Rattling Warrior D, the one that's engaged with Barbarossa.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Critical fail, that means I get
Heck yeah.
extra damage for that. Yes?
No, I don't think so.
At the rule.
You can't blame a guy for trying.
Fair
That's
enough.
The 2026 rules.
The 2026, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He burns for 6 points of
Even
damage.
though you don't get extra damage, you still get to kill the guy. Describe his demise.
He drops whatever weapon and anything he's carrying, and you see a bright light emit from his eyeballs as he begins to combust spontaneously from inside, falling down in a charred heap.
Nice. Very Raiders of the Lost Ark. I love it. What else have you got for us, Finnian?
I don't think anything. I'll end my turn there.
All right. This last Rattling Warrior sees everyone dropping around him. He uses his bonus action to disengage and his action to dash. Running down the tunnel closest to him. Barbarossa, he runs over this way. 10, 15, 25. Takes a dagger, throws it at Gutter Snipe A. Not wanting to wake the other one just yet. Whoops, ignore that second one. And he will get that sneak attack as he's faced with Finnian. Heryn. Nice, that's 9 points of damage. Throws the dagger, hitting the Gutter Snipe right in the shoulder. It kind of kicks back, but it's definitely still up and kicking. Heryn, you are up.
He threw it at the one that is.
Gutter Snipe A. Yeah, the one that was still awake. He didn't think it was a good idea to already wake up the one that just fell asleep.
Sure. Also,
He's a smart man.
throwing something right in front of him.
Oh yeah, I was literally like, ooh.
Yeah. He's getting really close to me with his attacks, so watch it, bud. So, I will jump up for kind of a jumping quarterstaff smash on the Gutter Snipe in front of me. Single digits as it goes.
An 11, unfortunately, is a miss.
Not hit. But I'm going to come back around with a roundhouse kick. Wow.
Nice.
Like that.
Yeah.
Man,
Wow.
Aaron,
kind
I'm
of
sorry, man.
fumbling my way through this cave here.
Honestly, yeah.
Those dice
It's
gotta
because
go
it's
in the,
dark in here, you can't see.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
those
You need to
dice gotta go
change
to
your dice.
dice jail.
Change them dice, bro.
I told
Anything
you
else?
these digital dice are cursed.
Use a
Anything else
different
for us,
set.
Aaron?
Yeah, and I would not like to disengage, so I'm staying engaged with this Gutter Snipe. I curse him in a foul tongue.
Seraphel, you're up.
Okay, I will firebolt that guy that is next to Heryn.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
A 9, unfortunately,
Oh.
is a miss. The
I'm
only
done.
thing you do is spray Heryn in embers and sparks.
That's our party name is the single digits.
That's the name of this episode. Single digits.
Single digits.
The top of the round, the gutter snipe swings its blade at Heryn once again. Oh my goodness! I thought it was going to be natural 20. Missing though with a 7.
He blocks it with his staff. He's sleeping.
Yes, can you read sleep to me?
Yeah.
I'm almost positive he's just asleep for the duration of the spell now. But I just want to double check.
Yep. If the target
Unless
fails the
he's
second,
awakened.
if the target fails the second save, the target is unconscious for the duration of the spell. So I'm concentrating on it.
Yeah.
The
So yeah, he's still asleep.
ends if he takes damage or if someone within 5 feet shakes him.
All right, Finnian, you're
And
up.
what's the duration?
an hour.
Duration is up to 1 minute.
Oh, it's only a minute.
Only a minute?
Yeah, so 10 turns. Combat.
Doesn't give you much to do in non-combat situations. I will step out of the shadows from around Seraphel's position, and I'll attempt to Sacred Flame the ratling that's engaged with Heryn.
Nice.
That's a
9?
fail.
9.
3 points of damage.
Nice.
These are the only 2 that are up currently.
Yep, it's just the 2 gutter snipes.
The gutter snipes.
Yeah.
How far can I get if I try to circumvent around this spike trap?
You've only gone about 10 feet, so I mean, you can go like another 20 feet, so... Let's see. 5, 10, 15... You can get about to where Barbarossa is.
I'll move over towards Barbarossa. And I'll end my turn.
Alright. Barbarossa. 5, 10, 15, 20... Literally takes the dagger out of the arm of the gutter snipe and immediately going to attack again. We'll attack again. There we go.
Nice. Good hit.
Nice.
That's my attack. And then Nick. Okay, that Nick misses, but the attack hits. 4 plus sneak attack. Nice. 8 damage. That gutter snipe is barely hanging on to life. Bonus action, he will attack again, trying to finish the job. Oof. Unfortunately, that third attack is a miss. Heryn, you're up.
Take my staff and I rear it back on my head. And I swing. Ow! Across his head.
And you are flanking with Barbarossa, so you have advantage. Although the 18 does hit.
18.
But if you want to roll, see if it's a critical, you're more than welcome to.
I will.
You can't miss at this point.
That's right. That would be it. And then 6 damage.
Nice. Describe his
Sorry,
demise.
9 damage. So, yeah, as I rear back and go to swing, I would imagine I pretty much just decapitate him. The head pops off, blood splatter all over Barbarossa's face. and then the head goes and slaps up against the wall, falls to the ground.
Nice. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like a Kurosawa film, like the head slams up against the wall and then lands on the ground, and then a second later just like a spray of blood coming out of the head itself.
Right.
Killing Gutter Snipe A.
There we go.
All right.
What
and
should we do with the sleeper? The sleeper must awaken?
I was gonna say, I will let you guys do with the sleeper as you wish.
Interrogate him.
Can it speak?
Well,
I believe these things have speech.
they must have some kind of speech, or he.
Yes.
I'll disarm the sleeping ratling. What does he have? Hand
so
crossbow? Anything else?
He has a hand crossbow and a rusted short sword that looks like it could like fall apart at any time. It's
How is the
made.
condition of the hand crossbow?
The hand crossbow was clearly taken off of an adventurer, so it's a pretty decently made, ordinary hand crossbow. It's not going to break on you or anything.
I'll take that and I'll throw the rusted sword down into the spike pit.
Nice.
And I'll wake him up and I'll see if he wants to talk to us.
Should we try to tie? Should we tie him?
I'm gonna walk.
We don't have any rope.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
no one's got a rope.
I'll walk behind it and I'll put my staff behind its throat and pull it up against my chest as you do it.
Nice. So yeah, like I imagine you've got like his arms up here too, so he's like kind of like in a stockade almost.
And I'll draw that great sword off my back and I'll put it to its stomach as Heryn is holding it with the staff.
And I'm sure that my jostling's probably waking him up.
Oh, for sure.
As I'm like pulling him in.
So you wake up the no, what? I'm gonna eat you all. I'm gonna eat you all.
Shut up!
He's just screaming, I will eat you. I will eat you.
How many more?
I pulled tighter.
How many more?
I'll run the great sword through his stomach.
I slap him.
I run the great sword through his stomach.
So there's so much. Heryn is like pulling him so much put to the point where he's literally just like, and you can just like hear his windpipe kind of crunch at the same time as Finnian drives the great sword straight through, and it literally like that Heryn can feel just the very tip of it, just like
it's like push away.
Like right as Seraphel slaps the rattling. How many more of there are you?
Well, we didn't get much out of him, but
Yeah.
I believe there wasn't much to get there.
true.
Probably wasn't going to tell us anything.
This is true. Do we detect anything else in our vicinity?
What do you mean by detect?
I mean, I'm looking around to see if there's anything else about to jump out at us. I mean, clearly there's more of these.
Yeah, you're looking around, and this is just there's nothing like cut out into the walls. It doesn't seem like there's anything like trap-wise. There are the entrances to the north and south of you.
Well, looking at the rattlings' bodies, do they have any other items on them besides the crossbows and the rusty swords?
You are looking. You notice that a lot of them have sliced off ears and fingers, just kind of like stuffed. Some of them have string kind of strung through them, making necklaces or like bracelets. You don't find any coins or anything, but you do find. Roll me d8, Seraphel. You do find 5 delirium chips between
Ooh.
all of them. That's pretty much the only thing worth basically anything, other than the 2 hand crossbows.
I grab the chips and I look at them, and I smile, and I put them in my pouch.
Do you say my precious?